See how this is going to go, though.
It is the first pick of the second round, third overall. The Bengals will be on the clock.
Little bit.
They also got AJ Green back, and don't forget Jordan Williams, their first round pick a year ago.
Nah, he's going to be my slot receiver.
Completely different team going forward for the Cincinnati Bengals. And let us kick off.
No, you were throwing that smear, bro, like I did with Nick Foles.
Last night, they welcomed 32 fans to the NFL family. Thank you for making it the most watched night in NFL draft history. That's a tribute to all of you and your passion for football. Tonight, we're continuing our important work with the
Because I didn't want him.
The NFL families contributed more than $85 million so far for COVID-19 relief.
Yeah, after I watched some...
Including $4 million last night through the draft-a-thon. Tonight, the NFL will match every dollar contributed by fans. So let's keep it coming because we're going to double your money. On your screen are the 2 ways you can donate, and you'll see that throughout the night. So now it's officially time to open round 2 of the 2020 NFL Draft. The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock.
All right, 7 minutes to watch this shit. All right, let's go. Please make your predictions fast as fuck.
An entire coaching staff around him there just to make sure everything goes according to plan. He's making sure everybody's on the same page before they turn in that pick for pick number 33. Here was, of course, the story last night. Joe Burrow, the number 1 overall selection, just the author of the greatest season we've ever seen from a college quarterback in terms of his production as well as the team. They went 50-0, won the national championship. Joe was the Heisman Trophy winner, and of course, there's Zach's reaction, not to the great things that Booger McFarland was clearly saying there as he's watching him on television, but probably more about the reaction of getting Joe Burrow. And of course, look what they've already done in Cincinnati, Ohio. Burrow, the Tiger King is real, ladies and gentlemen. It is no longer Joe Exotic. It is just Joe Burrow, as he is the true Cincinnati Bengal after being a body. So we've got all our people ready to roll here. Well, let's start with you. They do get their tackle back from last year, Jonah Williams, who didn't play last year. They get A.J. Green. What do you think they could be looking at here?
Yeah, we said there was not a tight end off the board yet. Cole Kmet from Notre Dame's a heck of a football player. There are some offensive linemen. Robert Hunt, Louisiana Lafayette, tackle guard, very versatile and a really good football player. So I think if you try to help out Joe Burrow,
yeah, but that was expected though. Burrow was expected to go first round, first overall. Like, come on, man.
To try to build up that talent base around him.
All right, so Lewis, as a front office insider, where would you go? You know you have your franchise quarterback.
I told Dominic that was going to happen, though.
You get A.J. Green, who had that freak injury in the offseason last summer on that warm-up field.
Giants taking the offensive lineman.
Following Mel's protocol, build up talent around him. What's the glaring need?
They just took a
wide receiver Trey. Look, I don't know if you can count on A.J. Green. Look, he's going to try and come back, and we expect him to come back. We expect him to pick up where he left off. But I would be looking to get a big, physical, down the field, jump ball winning wide receiver in the form of a guy like Chase Claypool, in the form of a guy like Michael Pittman Jr., someone who has a history of being durable and staying on the football field. But that is going to be the most important thing here for Joe Burrow for his development. You have to have somebody who's going to be there day in and day out to work with him and grow with him. So that would be the position I would be looking to fill with the first pick in the second round.
Booger, we always love the offense, right? Everything is geared in the NFL for the offense, but if you look at the division they're playing in, they got to find them.
Matt, Jaguars, second round pick, their first second round pick, who they taking?
Basically on spin cycle when Lamar Jackson was running through.
T. Higgins. Yeah, that doesn't sound bad. Dominic, Dolphins, first second round pick, who they picking?
I understand everyone wants to build up the offense, and rightfully so, and give Burrow some weapons. But when you
DeAndre Swift or a different running back?
In the NFL and stopping the run, at some point you're going to have to either beat
Jonathan Taylor,
the second level defenders and the linebacker, or maybe a defensive tackle to help Geno Atkins out. That's why I think a guy like Ross Blacklock, somebody up front that can help fortify that.
Well, he did throw the CeeDee Lamb juju on me though.
Daniel Jeremiah from the NFL Network. Your thoughts on the
I did not worth CeeDee Lamb.
Well, I can make a case for a lot of these defensive players I think would be upgrades on this roster. When you select Joe Burrow with the first overall pick, to me, you've got to get him some more help up front. And to me, I look at a guy like Josh Jones, Ezra Cleveland, those other tackles. They could pair up with last year's first-round pick, Jonah Williams, to keep those edges secure for Joe Burrow. I think they almost have to go offense here, either receiver or offensive line.
Well, it's interesting, those names you mentioned, they were both potentially the first-round picks here. But Kurt, as a guy who is going to be the franchise quarterback, that's a position you found yourself in with the Rams. And if you know you're going to be that guy, what's the thing you want to have around you?
Wait a minute. So you wait a minute. You don't think that Minshew will actually perform to the standards that he had in a short amount of? No, I'm talking to Dominic.
Or as DJ was just talking about,
you don't think that Minshew will go to the performance standards that he did in the short amount of time that he had with the Jaguars? I think he doubles that the performance this year.
Michael, are you buying this, or you just want to loaded? Give Joe Burrow as many toys as he had at LSU, right? That's got to be where you're going.
And Trey, let's be real here. He has some great toys. You can say what you want. AJ Green is still one of the best.
I think it was a mammal, an ocean mammal. I think an ocean mammal took him fifth pick in the draft.
I hear what Booger's saying. They were last in rushing. Against the defense in rushing.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, you got to redshirt him and then grab fat boys to protect him.
That big receiver that Lewis was talking about. We put more points on the board. That's the way we stop you from running the football. We make you play catch up. That helps the defense also.
Yeah, listen,
Fitzpatrick.
You're exactly right. So there's a lot of ways they could.
I know he is, but y'all traded for Rosen last year. Why would you even consider not? I don't understand that. That's the one thing you're gonna have to help me understand, dude.
And obviously, since they went to their second Super Bowl,
no, Matt, I'm gonna stab you.
But we're talking about a team that has been in the.
Why did they trade for Josh Rosen if they fucking took a quarterback?
Years ago against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but then Vontaze Burfict, and that was all part of it.
Yeah, not bad luck. And the injury to Carson Palmer, that you said the penalty late would look like they had the Steelers beaten, but they have had success in the regular season, and they have allowed quarterbacks to have success, as I talked about with the 414 touchdown passes since 2003, ranked 13th in the NFL. So they have done a decent job with their quarterbacks.
Obviously, he lost.
All right, Mel, thanks. So we'll see what happens here. Zach Taylor looks like he's lonesome now and is on the phone. That would lead me to believe that potentially the pick is in. And ladies and gentlemen, it is. Where will Cincinnati go?
Here we go. First pick in the second round.
With the 33rd pick in the 2020 draft, Cincinnati Bengals select T. Higgins, wide receiver, Clemson.
Somewhere Zach Taylor was listening to
Michael
Irvin. Give this man more weapons. Here's what's needed to know about T. Higgins in his 3-year career at Clemson. 27 touchdown catches. Why is that significant? It ties the school record of DeAndre Hopkins and Sammy Watkins, who were both first-round picks. Higgins caught 135 passes for over 2,400 yards, and Michael was good for over 18 yards a catch. That ranked 5th in Tigers history.
Damn.
This kid is incredible at going up and getting the football. You see the size right there, 6'3", 260 pounds.
And by the way, just real quick, this is T's sister who plays basketball at Middle Tennessee State.
So let me ask you now. Higgins is off the board. Who do you want? Damn, the pick in for the fucking Colts came in. Damn.
Look at that athleticism. Look at the way he's leaping and dunking that basketball. Remember, I talked about this
Colts?
When I call very cold receiver. No matter where you put the ball, and you see right there in that highlight, we were talking about
what position is he?
But his knowledge of the game is what makes him so.
Oh, to give someone else give to. Do you think that they take ooh, what a oh, Trey Higgins, holy shit, oh my god, I'm watching his film right now. The fucking ooh, boy.
There have been 4 wideouts in the first round with long bonds that long. They were Mike Evans, Calvin Benjamin, A.J. Green, and Des Bryant. So we're talking about pretty good company here.
Yeah, but you guys don't pick until what?
That's something that's going to show up in third down. And if you want to know if Joe Burrow's excited, Joe Burrow.
You guys don't pick until 42, though.
To get ready for this draft. And you know who else?
You?
While he was out there, T. Higgins. These guys have already played catch with one another. There's already some familiarity between these two. And he's going to.
It's a virtual draft, bro. All the shit's on the lag system, too. You got to give them a little bit of credit.
Listen, there were some people that say he fell off a little bit toward the end of the college football run. He admitted he was facing tougher press coverage. He didn't work out at the combine. He said, look, our season just ended a couple of weeks ago. I was done. That might have been one of the reasons why he was still there. But you cannot fault the production that you saw out of T. Higgins. And motivation comes in many forms. When T. Higgins was
Matt's like, fuck you.
I'll give you a Hot Wheel. He scored a lot of
Oh, but Matt, dude, that draft hat looks sweet. You know who my favorite draft hat this year's are? Jaguars and Dolphins. Got neon cover flavor, bro. It looks fucking sick. Pick is in now.
Let's find out what they're going to do with the second.
I gotta wait for a commercial to come in. Nah, they're gonna go fucking wide. Yeah,
Their new quarterback. Let's find out right now.
Why? Justin Fields. And this is gonna be Justin Fields.
The Indianapolis Colts select Michael Pittman, wide receiver.
Michael Pittman, wide receiver, USC.
Well, just like the first round, we're going to see
Pittman.
Wideouts go off the board, and here's what you needed on Michael Pittman. The name
if you're not just a hint, ESPN is faster. I'm just because if you're on ABC.
And take a look at Michael Pittman. He was a runner, or you know better than anybody, that was not afraid of contact.
Michael Pittman Seaver won. Michael's father won Super Bowl 36 with the Bucks, man. Detroit. Oh, Higgins.
223 with that 4.5 through speed, the 36.5.
No, Pittman just got drafted. Higgins got first draft. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make some popcorn and grab another bottle of water. Send me a text when the next pick is in.
In the NFL, Lewis and Michael Pittman, very underrated. As I said earlier, he's talking about 4.52 speed at 6'4", 223. He will be a nightmare to try to match up with the quarterbacks in the NFL. Though.
Yeah, I saw that nightmare firsthand. Now, I saw him play against Colorado in Boulder just this past winter, and him and Laviska Shenault just absolutely put on the show, the wide receiver from Colorado. And Michael Pittman was uncoverable in that game, and he caught the full array of routes, the short passing game, the slants, and the hitches, and the wide receiver screens. He caught the ball over the middle. He caught the ball deep down the sideline, the back shoulder 9 route. He did just about everything you could do, and he's going to do everything that the Indianapolis Colts need him to do too, DJ.
Yeah, Lewis, his game against Utah was the most impressive game by a wide receiver that I saw this year. He won that game by himself. 10 catches, 232 yards, and a touchdown. They couldn't stop him. When I talked to Brian Kelly, head coach at Notre Dame, he said, look, I watched that film, and we said we might lose to USC. We're not going to lose to Michael Pittman. They doubled him that entire game, kept the safety over the top. That's the kind of respect he got from opposing coaches. I love this pick for the Colts.
Yeah, and one thing you need to know about Michael Pittman, he will overcome adversity, as we see the Lions now on the block with Matt Patricia and his son. He's dealt with a lifelong stutter, and he says, I'm not embarrassed by it. It's something that defines me and who I am, and I've been working really hard to make it better. So congratulations to Michael Pittman. Second straight year, by the way, the Colts have had a receiver go in the second round. They took Terrence Campbell out of Ohio State last year in the second round. So Matt Patricia and the Lions are on the board right now, trying to figure out what to do with their first pick in the second round. They went, as we thought, chalk in the first round, taking Jeff Okudah, the defensive back, out of Ohio State. So where do we think they might go as we take a look at the general manager, Bob Quinn, the executive vice president and general manager, if we're getting specific about everything. Lewis, you look at what's going on here with the Lions. Where do you see them going?
Yeah, they need pass rush, Trey. They need somebody who can really get after the passer up the middle or on the edge. So now you're talking about Booker's guys. You're talking about Matic Weekway, Blacklock. Those are the kind of guys that they have to consider right now. Guys who can play the three technique on the outside shade of the guard and see if they can get some penetration upfield, because they have just been one of the worst teams in the NFL at getting and generating pressure on the passer, and you need to do it in the NFL.
Yeah, that has certainly been an issue, and they've sheltered people in and out. Now, they were pretty active in free agency.
Yeah, bro. Damn, how many?
In the same way that Brian Flores and the Dolphins also got a bunch of former Patriots because they all came from that coaching tree. But this is a big year from Matt Patricia. Ownership has basically said, we need to win, and we need to win now. And sometimes, instead of those sturdy blockers and pluggers you're talking about on the defense line, they go for a flashy pick on the offensive side. So we'll see how Matt Patricia and company want to go. But ladies and gentlemen,
finally the pick is in.
Let's find out where the Lions are going with the third pick in the second round.
Oh, the safety?
We're the 35th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. The Detroit Lions select DeAndre Swift.
Oh, there he goes.
Georgia.
Yep.
Okay, this is an interesting pick here because DeAndre Swift is a guy who can do a lot of things out of the backfield. He waited his time at Georgia behind a lot of good runners like Nick Chubb and Sony Michel, but he is a dude that still contributed a lot. And by the way, his average of 6.56 yards per rush during his career broke Todd Gurley's school record. And what does his high school coach have to say about him? He said, God got up one morning and decided to make a great running back, and then he gave him a great name. And that's his dad, Darren Swift. Don't at me, old man strength. He is yoked. He runs a gym called Premium Training, Swift Fit in Philadelphia. I ain't messing with him. Any of you guys want to get a piece of him? Boom, you better take down his dad.
Simply put, Trey, this guy is a
His dad's a big motherfucker.
NFL style running game down in Georgia.
Big ass
He
boy.
understands how to set his box up, how to be patient, and burst through the line of scrimmage. But make no mistake about it, what he does best is in the passing game. You talk about a running back that understands how to run the angle route, how to get out and set up screens and do things in the passing game. You pair him with Kerryon Johnson, who they already have in Detroit. Now they have a 1-2 punch, a pounder, and a third down back that can also run the football and do it all, Bill. I love this pick for the Lions, DeAndre Swift.
Matthew Stafford both going to love DeAndre Swift. I want you to get Clark Stone, the linebacker, the pass rush situation coming up the middle. Allowed Jake Fromm to complete a key third down pass to tight end Charlie Werner in the second quarter of that game. You see his running style. He's very athletic. He gets the ball out of the backfield. As I said, a complete running back. We talk about blocking.
They still need a corner.
Ball security as well, and he will work hard to improve in all areas. This kid is a kid who loves to play the game, and he only has 440 carries.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan, remember, Elijah Holyfield was a 1,000-yard rusher.
No, the Giants didn't. The Lions did.
126 career carries. Not much
Yeah.
on those tires coming into the NFL to the Detroit Lions for DeAndre Swift, Trey.
Yeah.
Listen, now DeAndre Swift is trying to turn something around. Detroit has finished in the bottom half of the league in rushing in each of the 21 seasons since Barry Sanders retired.
They don't
That's
need
why
that.
The Twins are happy. They think they're finally going to turn that streak around. The draft is just getting started tonight.
Third down power back.
Oven can use a break. Hours are running at 450 degrees. And your
Listen here, Matt, you uncoordinated bitch.
Use contactless carryout to get free topping pizzas on any of
I just told you.
For just $7.99 each. Service isn't just a department. It's a voice on the other end of the phone. A note to say.
The Giants
A willingness to come to you.
or New England?
The world.
And how we interact with each other is changing, but that will never change. Our access.
Now, more than ever, you.
Run back, tight end.
First. Find out what service options are available in your area at Places.com/people first.
Looks like they picked the wrong.
Shut up.
Been paying for this for a long time.
They will, but without some forgiveness. All state regulation is
See, why can't this be last year's draft? We had to sell it. We had to. No, I didn't.
never lied.
that what I said?
No, you were talking about Allstate and insurance.
Right.
Let's try again. I'm right back.
Accident forgiveness from Allstate. Click or call for a quote today.
Open and ready to serve our customers.
Spit in her face.
Online and over the phone, including store-to-door delivery. And right now, take 25% off all service, including parts and labor, or drive new AutoNation Fords with 0% financing for 84 months. Plus, make no payments for 6 months, all at low AutoNation Ford prices. AutoNation Ford is open. Keep driving safe. Visit AutoNation.com today.
Jewelry breaks his hip.
Everything in our garage is inspired by our racing spirit, including the always capable Honda CR-V. Discover the Honda CR-V of your dreams. Office again.
The 2020 NFL Draft is presented by Lowe's, the official home improvement sponsor of the
Yeah, because Miami sucks dick.
And in part by Pizza Hut. Order today at
Or Jason Stidham.
pizzahut.com.
All right, welcome back. The Giants are on the clock. There you see Dave Gettleman. For those wondering why he's wearing the mask when he's up in his attic, remember, he is recovering from lymphoma, so he's at much higher risk, so he needs to take extra precautions. There we see Joe Judge. Do we see Abby the dog? Is Abby in there? We'll find out. We'll see what happens there. But before we announce the next selection,
They're going to take a
we have
corner.
some very special guests that we'd like to introduce to you. Please join me in welcoming members of the 104th Military Battalion of the New York National Guard. Among them is Specialist Christopher Smith, and we're honored to have them introduce the pick.
Thanks for having us. We are here at the Javits Center assisting with the Javits New York Medical State, providing medical support to the residents in the metro area during the COVID-19 epidemic. We are proud to be here today, and thank you for inviting us to be a part of the New York Giants announcement. We love you, New York. Go Giants!
Thank you, Specialist Smith. And thank you to all our service members, both here and around the world. We cannot thank you enough for what you do and what you continue to do in these uncertain times. Thank you. With the 36th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Xavier McKinney,
Oh, they're what?
Alabama.
They don't need a safety.
This man is off the board, which means
Yeah.
for another tattoo.
Wow.
He has been doing that since he was 6 years old. He's got Mark and the Martian and Minions. He's got a bunch of things on there. Now he's going to have a New York Giants logo as well. No surprise, we're starting to see these safeties come off the board. We talked about the tattoos. He's been tattooing players on the field. DJ, he didn't run as well as a lot of people thought he would in the combine. He was suffering from cramps, but this is a guy who made plays for Nick Saban on the back.
Yeah, this is the best safety in the draft. And I think the Giants benefited from the fact that Xavier McKinney did not get a pro day to clean that 40 time up. This is a first-round player who can play as a high safety. You can drop him down in the box. He's got outstanding instincts. He also has the ability to find and play the football. And Lewis, what I love most about him is they have so many injuries at the linebacker position. They're able to drop him down that nickel linebacker role. He was able to communicate everything for their front. So you know you're getting a very smart, heady football player for the Giants.
Exactly, DJ. You know, that position that you're talking about, that nickel linebacker position, is called the money position. The money backer that lines up over tight ends and covers backs. And he can play the
So they went offensive defense in the first 2 rounds. That's actually not a bad choice. Secondary.
Always sound, and he will drop the hammer on you. And the thing that makes him so good, but then you can put running back deep, and he can range off the hash, play in the middle of the field. He's the total package. The Giants nailed this pick.
Well, remember, they had success with Landon Collins in the second round a few years ago, but there you see a canine resemblance for Bill Belichick, the Patriots head coach, and Nick Caserio, the director of player personnel. The Patriots are finally participating in the draft process. Let's see where they go.
With the 37th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Kyle Duggar.
Duggar, damn, another safety?
Lenore Ryan, stand up. Kyle Duggar is off the board. It's the first
Damn.
time an NFL team has selected a Division II safety in the first 3 rounds since the Bears took Daniel Manning out of Abilene Christian.
Best player in D2.
In 2006. This is a guy who just sort of slipped through the cracks and spent 6 years in college. But his mother, Kimberly, was a former basketball star at Fort Valley State. Inducted into their athletic Hall of Fame in 2009. His brother Patrick played basketball at LaGrange College in Georgia.
He's black.
2012-14. Kyler played basketball at Whitewater High School in Georgia, just like his brother and mother did. And then, of course, at Lenore Ryan, Mel, this guy was a freak show. You just don't see his kind of athleticism at this level.
Dominant player at a lower level.
6 foot, 217. Damn. Oh, what a hit! I'm watching this film now. Damn. Ooh, good pick. But he's a D2 player as well, so.
600 touchdowns in his career, 10 career interceptions. At that level, to be a high NFL draft pick, you got to jump off the page. You got to be a guy who's a stick-out performer, special teams, on the back end in that secondary. Kyle Duggar was throughout his career at Lenore Line. That's what makes you an early second-round draft choice.
They don't need a quarterback. Fucking, they just got fucking Teddy Bridgewater. The fuck, Mel?
Return for a touchdown. Here's a guy from a playmaking standpoint. He's always going to be around the ball. You can insert it down. He's going to make sure that if you need to play on your defense, he can make the play, Frank.
All right, thanks very much. The next pick is in. Let's go to the commissioner.
38th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. The Carolina Panthers.
Quarterback, Jake Fromm.
Yetur Gross-Matos.
They just went DE.
Yetur Gross-Matos led the team at Penn State with 9.5 sacks and 15 tackles for loss. He was a first-team All-Big Ten selection by the coaches and the media. But the things that he has had to deal with,
Watch y'all go defensive.
Very, very young start in his life is absolutely incredible. Size 17 shoe, by the way, by the age of 15. But you see those tattoos on his arm. When Yetur Gross-Matos was 2 years old, he and his father Michael were in a boating accident. Michael made sure Yetur was saved, and then he drowned. And then just a few years after that, on a Little League game in June of 2009, lightning struck and killed his brother Kalal. He was only 12 years old. As you saw, he has tattoos on his chest and his left bicep to represent who he plays for his late father and his brother. In fact, Lewis, in one of his first games at Penn State, he got a half sack.
The pick is in.
The game, and the skies opened up, and he felt like that was his family watching him. What are they getting in Carolina in this play?
They're getting a strong, physical individual that they're going to pair with Derek Brown, and now they're going to bring the pain to everybody in the NFC South. I can guarantee that. He's a guy who really just plays heavy-handed at the point of attack, and he also has slippery pass rush ability. He's not the fastest, and he's not the most powerful, but he's a great combination of both. He utilizes good hand use. He utilizes understanding leverage. He utilizes understanding blocking schemes, and when he's able to get upfield and just take off, you can see he can produce those TFLs, those tackles for loss. I really like the pick, especially when you pair it with Derek Brown, and you see what Matt Rule's trying to do, Booger.
Yeah, without a doubt, Lewis. Not only Derek Brown, but think about Brian Burns, who's going to play that right end position coming off the edge. A guy like Gross Matos, you can put him in left end. He has strong hands. He can play over the tight end. You pair him with Derek Brown and Brian Burns, you can see Matt Rule in Carolina starting to build a very formidable defensive line.
Listen, the lead restoration is underway in Carolina. Why did they take 2 defensive players in the first 2 games?
How? They don't need anybody, really.
They allowed 29.4 points per game last year. That's the worst in team history. Everybody's happy now as they're going defense in Carolina. The 2020 NFL Draft. Presented by
All Jabel preppers.
Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning. Who is it?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing? Jake from State Farm.
Khakis. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Everyone's doing what they can to get through these times. As safe and seamless as possible. Many dealers offer options such as pickup delivery and Apple service, online shopping, and home delivery, as well as special finance arrangements. Because we understand buying and servicing your vehicle shouldn't be a challenge. These already challenging times. Get 0% APR financing up to 36 months on most.
Mercedes-Benz commercial.
What do we want for dinner? Burgers. I want cookie. I want a bucket of chicken. I want It's the easiest because it's the cheesiest. For the win-win. If we were
I want a bucket of chicken.
I think they'd be lost.
We're all home right now. That's why Verizon is giving you more of the entertainment you want. Daily is usually watching a TV show, and McKenna is almost always listening to music.
We love Verizon.
I get the shows I need when I need them. Now, unlimited plans come with your favorite artists on Apple Music, shows and movies on Disney Plus, and over 70 top channels of live TV with YouTube TV.
Music plays a huge role in our family. That's how we connect.
Plans start at just $35, so your family can mix, match, and save. Shop online today. Only at
Hello.
You know how you cook the patty, you slap that cheese on there, and it just all just comes together.
Hello. Hello.
I taste the sweetness. I taste the tangy a little. You want to try that? Yes. Sweet and tangy bacon flavor.
Excuse me. Before or after he breaks his leg again?
Sounds great. Yep.
What is that?
Mine. Why?
It's just that it's.
Lavender? Yes, it is. It's for me.
He's from who? Derrick Henry?
Hey, I'm Chad Johnson, and I just want to take time to say thank you to all the doctors, the nurses.
Man, without y'all, guys, I don't know what we'll be in this time of need. So I just want to say thank you. I want to say you're doing a fantastic job.
I also want to give a huge shout out to all the hardworking healthcare workers that are sacrificing their lives. You are greatly appreciated, and we thank you.
Glad you're with us for the second round of the 2020 NFL Draft. There is Robert Hunt, and if you like tape from an offensive lineman manhandling people, that's the tape you want to watch in this year's draft. When will Robert Hunt stand tall? And when are we going to hear Grant Delpit come off the board? We've had a run on safeties here recently. But
He's gonna come off the board when fucking Jaguars get there.
Still on the board. We're waiting to see when Grant Delpit. There you go. So it is Miami's turn to make a selection.
I still don't understand why they drafted Noah Azabalashi or whatever the fuck his name is.
And then fifth overall round. And then they got the left tackle, the block for him. Austin Jackson, all Pac-12 selection out of USC. And you know what? They've been adding to a very crowded cornerback room for the Miami Dolphins. Brian Flores, the head coach, Chris Clear, the general manager, trying to figure out where they will go next. A couple of offensive players. And that one cornerback, the pick
is in.
Miami. Let's find out what the Brain Trust is going to do next. With the 39th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft,
Miami Dolphins select
Robert Hunt, tackle.
Robert Hunt, a guard from Louisiana.
Well, there he is. Robert Hunt is now off the board, and Robert Hunt is a
First team All Sun Belt. Another fat boy.
Allowed 5 quarterback pressures and 574 pass blocks. He did not have a single blown block on any of his 216 rushes in the last 2 seasons. Daniel Jeremiah, again, if you want to see something,
Got another guy to protect Tua.
This is the videotape you want to watch.
No doubt, Trey. I'll be fascinated to see what the Dolphins are going to do with him, because some teams think he'll kick inside the guard, but at right tackle, you want to see somebody unload on defenders at the line of scrimmage, just roll his hips, explode, and bodies go flying all over the place, collecting knockdown after knockdown. You see him also get out in space. He's got some nimble feet when he gets out there. I thought this is somebody that's going to be a plug-and-play guard, but the Miami Dolphins might give him a shot to start outside before kicking him inside. They've done a nice job with 2 offensive linemen now to put in front of Tua Tagovailoa. Like what they did with Austin Jackson, now they come back with Robert Hunt.
Oh, the picks just got selected in for fucking the Texans.
You think about it, for a kid like this, you can put him in 3 different spots and see what happens. Guard, right tackle. He played a little left tackle.
Pancaked him, too.
He wasn't fitted against those big-time defensive linemen playing in Louisiana Lafayette, so maybe a little bit more of a transition because of that. But it's all about making Tua great. You get Austin Jackson with a developmental left tackle coming out of USC, and Robert Hunt,
Quarterback, offensive tackle, cornerback, and a guard.
Yeah, so both those linemen be coaching. They may be maybe a year away, but Robert Hunt's versatility.
Yo.
That Miami Dolphin offensive line.
Well, I'm sensing a theme for the Miami Dolphins.
Matt, I really think you need to stop.
He was a little banged up. Let's protect this guy as they get Austin Jackson. Brian Flores is happy, and so is his son with that selection. And then they get Robert Hunt as well, along with the cornerback Noah.
I like it better when it was Josh Allen. Can you go back to saying Josh Allen?
Olympian level athletes who competed in the 92 and 96 Olympics.
Thank you. I'd like to hear that. Keep saying that.
And there you see Bill O'Brien with, among other people, his son Jack, a 17-year-old who is there with him to help make the pick. And let's see what happens. With the 40th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Ross Blacklock.
Ooh, Ross Blacklock from TCU. He actually didn't do that bad.
Blacklock is a very interesting story as he's awaiting to hear the news officially that he is off the board. Played at TCU. The advisory board told him to go back to school for 1 more year, but he says, I'm going to trust my instincts. Out of Missouri City, Texas, not far away from Houston. His father played basketball in Texas. And oh, by the way, you might know him from another team he played for, a former Harlem Globetrotter point guard and dribbler, and now he's their head coach. And he knows how to do all the tricks and everything going. There is Jimmy Blacklock doing his thing. And, of course, he was the ultimate showman as part of the Harlem Globetrotters, but he says he gets a lot more joy watching his son go out there on the field.
Colts are going to fuck this up for you.
Ross is a guy who can get some things done.
Wait, where did Cleveland's pick go? Who did they pick?
Without a doubt, Craig, you're talking about a longer, leaner defensive tackle, 6'3", 290 pounds. Wasn't quite in the right system to pass rush at TCU, but boy, can he bend and get underneath guards and centers. And he's
did we just completely skip Cleveland's pick?
When he gets one-on-one with guards in the National Football League, because of his agility, sideline to sideline, the way he plays, this is the type of guy from a defensive tackle standpoint that you want to put in the free technique and on pass rush situations, say, hey, big fella, go get the quarterback, and Lewis, he can do it at a high level.
Yeah, you're right, Booker. He should move to that 3 technique. They had him in the 2-eye or the shade over the center a lot of times at TCU, but what he had was tremendous hand use. He was always square. He always beat offensive linemen to the punch with his hands, and he could control.
Oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. Colts traded up the Cleveland spot at 41.
Say, hey, go where you're going to see the best from him.
Dude.
And I think the upside is all there.
I was like, where the fuck did Cleveland pick go?
And there is the celebration as Ross Blacklock is staying close to home, taken by
What?
the Houston Texans. And there you
What'd
see
you say?
Bill O'Brien happy, and there you see the sign on his 17-year-old son, Jack. Thank you to all the frontline heroes, and we are excited to see what's there. Meanwhile, the Indianapolis Colts, Frank Reich and Chris Ballard, the general manager, have made their selection. The pick is in. Let's see who the Colts are going with again. The Cleveland Browns have traded the 41st pick in the Indianapolis Colts. With the 41st pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Jonathan Taylor.
Well, they're just with Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor is a fascinating player. Came out of New Jersey, where he broke another former Badger running back's high school record. He almost went to Harvard as a philosophy major. Instead, he decided to go to Wisconsin, and all he did was rush for over 6,171 yards. And he finished 2019 with 2,003 yards. Multiple 2,000-yard rushing seasons, just the third person ever to do that. Three-time All-American. He's a two-time Yoke Award winner, given to the nation's top running back.
Why? When they still have Leonard.
6,000 rushing yards, good for fourth most in FBS history. By the way, he's the only one to have over 6,000 yards. Only
Looks like they're stuck with Leonard.
And there you see, he rushed for only 1,900 yards in that one other year. So you wonder
He
what
leads
happened that one season. The only thing, the knock on him is the carries, Lewis, but he seems healthy. But then there have been some fumbling issues as well.
Yeah, well, DeAndre Swift went off the board.
Now, Chris Ballard obviously had his eye on, and he said, look, Jonathan Taylor fits what I want to do behind my offensive line, which is absolutely just pound the football north and south and bloody your nose and make you understand what it's like to be in a physical football game. Jonathan Taylor can do it all. He can run inside. He can run outside. He's a guy who has home run speed. He has 10-300-meter speed, and they will address the fumbling issues. He will get that corrected, and as far as his production in the past,
AJ Espinoza.
He has good hands. He will work at that. But he fits perfectly with what the Indianapolis Colts like to do in the running game and as an offense overall, Mel.
And Lewis, he's got to fix it. There's 18 career fumbles, 15 lost. Now, in college, when you're up 35-3 in the third quarter, it doesn't matter. But the NFL drives are so critical. You can't give them away, and that's something he's got to fix. T.T. Barber did in the receiving. He dropped some swing passes. He got Target, throws a lot of fumble when Troy dropped back to the linebacker for Bargain. So great runner.
AJ Espinoza.
A little more versatility, though, DJ. He's got some things to work on. Ball security, to catch the football out of the backfield.
He has some history.
The burst and the explosiveness is there, Trey. Real quick, I was going to add this real quick, Trey. The burst and the explosiveness is there. He only was in pass pro reps.
I'm still so pissed about that CJ Henderson. You know I'm going to have to go. If I play franchise, I'm trading for CJ Henderson from the fucking Jaguars.
Real quickly, he had some history at Lucas Oil Stadium. The second to last game there, he rushed for 148 yards in a TD in a loss to Ohio State. And at the combine there, blazed, leading all running backs with a 4.3940. He's going to have some philosophy lessons about this.
Watching the 2020 NFL Draft, presented by Lowe's.
In nearly 100 years serving the military community, we've seen you go through tough times.
And every time you showed us, you're much tougher.
Your heart, courage, and commitment has always inspired us.
And now it's no different.
So we have a bench of strength, stability, and experience you can depend on.
And the online tools you need, because you have always set the highest standard. And reaching the standard is what we need.
Wouldn't it be nice to eat with some of your old friends, like the Chalupa Supreme, beefy 5-layer burrito, and more?
It sounded like he just got in trouble with this girl. That girl? Oh, dude, that'd be kind of dirty.
What's up, everybody? Tony Gonzalez here, urging you to stay at home, take care of your family, protect yourself.
Brett, you have another day here at the cousin's household. We're going a little stir crazy in the house.
I wanted to share what I've been up to. Staying home and staying strong, baby. Just continue to spend time with your family, as I'm doing right now. As we're doing a puzzle, me and my daughter Joy. Say hi.
You miss your friends, you miss your family, just pick up that phone, FaceTime, call them.
As an NFL community, one of the things we always do, we come up and we come through so many times and we're better for it.
This is the time for all of us to come together as a world, not just America. It's all of us collectively.
Zach, wide receiver.
I hope you're staying safe, protecting yourself, protecting your families, protecting the whole world. And I know we're going to get through this together.
Dude, that's Randy Moss's son. He's a wide receiver from LSU, I think.
There's no place
Is he a
like
tight?
home,
No, he's a tight end.
Has you covered with fast, reliable internet with advanced security to help keep you secure online.
I thought they used him as wide receiver though.
Streaming apps all in one place. With simple digital tools, you can get the
I didn't realize that he was fucking
services on your own. Download the Xfinity My Account app or just say help into your Xfinity voice remote.
It's Thaddeus Moss right here.
Download the Xfinity My Account app today.
Hey guys, if you're experiencing erectile dysfunction, you can now get treated.
Hey guys, if you're experiencing bowel problems,
here, even here. Okay, maybe not there. That's why we built Roman. So it's easy to get ED meds prescribed online delivered to your door. Just visit GetRoman.com, chat with a U.S. licensed physician, and if treatment's right for you, you'll get genuine medication delivered in discreet packaging. Roman, let's take care of it. Get started with your free online visit at GetRoman.com/GD. Interact.
All right, glad you're with us on round 2, day 2 of the 2020 NFL Draft. And here we are in the Bud Light Seltzer Virtual Huddle. Mel Jr.
Booger McFarland.
And glad to be joined by our great teammates from the NFL Network, Daniel Jeremiah, and a couple of Hall of Famers, quarterback Kurt Warner and Michael Irvin. Meanwhile,
Jaguars select Jalen
Hurts,
Hurts, quarterback, Oklahoma.
He will come on board and what his prospects look like and his unique skill set and how it will translate into the NFL.
I bet you Matt would fucking scream.
Number 10 here, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the block. There you see Doug Marrone and David Caldwell, the general manager, trying to work things through, and we believe that at this point the pick has come in. What are the Jacksonville Jaguars going to do? We've seen a run on.
No, they gave away their first round draft pick, and they had a second rounder. Cleveland traded down. That's why Indianapolis Colts took the fucking running back.
Jacksonville Jaguars select Laviska Shenault,
A wide receiver,
Colorado.
Laviska Shenault Jr.
Stand up because Laviska Shenault
From Colorado.
is
Damn.
waiting to happen. How do I know that? The first time he ever touched the
First
ball
all Pac-12. Damn.
picked up a fumble punt, took it 55 yards to the house against Texas State as a true freshman. He chose Colorado.
He chose Colorado over Alabama and LSU? Wow.
I want to go somewhere not on the map already. And the dreadlocks are a tribute to his father, Laviska Shenault Sr. Laviska Sr. died unexpectedly. He was only 10 years old. He slipped on gravel and stumbled into a busy road and was fatally struck by a pickup truck. He was only 39 years old. And Laviska decided to grow out his dreadlocks as a tribute to his late father. And he is a guy who puts in work and has a sturdy build. He didn't just lift with the other receivers. He lifted with the Buffalo offensive linemen. And the strength coach, Michael, made him stop every time he got to squatting 500 pounds.
6'4", 237, I think. Or no, he's like 200 pounds. Like 237-ish.
Man, he is explosive.
Ah, I was close. 6 foot, 227. I was close.
And it's no surprise that he was quick the offensive lineman.
4.3, 4.2.
When he gets the football,
I think so.
Dangerous to be in his way. He is not one of those receivers that catches the ball and tries to go out of bounds. He will go through you with the
I'm looking it
in
up
his
right now.
hands. He has running back ability from the wide receiver position. You can see him right here, breaking out of tackles, taking it to the house. They call him Visca, but what a great pickup this is, DJ.
Chenault Jr.'s 40-yard dash time.
All over the field as a wildcat quarterback, running back in the slot, out wide receiver. The competitiveness in the
runs a 4.58.
When I talked to his coach, Mel Tucker, he told me about one play against Stanford, 4th and 1. They need a conversion to get in field goal range to try and win that football game. They give him the ball on a handoff. The end is unblocked, and Laviska
6 foot, 227.
to get the first down. So you're getting a strong.
Yeah, 6 foot even, 227.
Well, that's a really interesting draft board we're seeing there from Jacksonville with Caleb Chase on.
Duval, baby.
Chenault as well. So
Hey, y'all got Chenault Jr. You guys got Chenault Jr. Yeah, let's go.
David Caldwell, he is very, very happy about that pick of Laviska Chenault.
Could be used for a slot.
Another weapon to throw to. Okay. Before we get to our next selection, we see
Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy. This is where Jake Fromm gets taken. I'm telling you guys right now.
Exactly what they're doing there. It seems like that's a theme in some way, shape, or form. And there you see Ryan Pace, the general manager, with his daughter going.
Nick Foles, Mitch Trubisky.
Trying to figure out what the Bears are going to do with their pick here in the second round. Pick number 11 in this round, 43 overall. We continue our draft coverage. Before we get to our next selection, though, which is going to be from the Chicago Bears, we have a very special message for you from the health specialists at Advocate Healthcare in Chicago, Illinois. These people who are on the front line doing their best to keep us safe as we battle the pandemic of the coronavirus outbreak.
Hello, my name is Linda, and I'm a simulation education specialist with Advocate Healthcare in Chicago. I am proud to be on the front lines of this pandemic, helping our patients beat COVID-19. Team up by doing your part. Stay home and practice social distancing. Go Bears!
They don't need a running back. They have talk whatever the fuck his name is.
Professionals taking care of our communities in Chicago and all over the country.
Yeah, Terry.
And all frontline workers. We will get through this together. Now, with the 43rd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Cole Kmet. Tight end.
Cole Kmet. Wow, tight end Notre Dame.
Well, the tight ends are going to be coming off the board, and no surprise that Cole Kmet is one of the first ones. He put on a show at the combine, ran a 4.740.
How do you figure?
With a 10-foot 3-inch broad jump. He said, I want to do the things necessary to show I'm the top tight end at the draft. And he's the latest in a long line of Notre Dame tight ends to make their way in the NFL. He is now the 11th Notre Dame tight end to be taken in the first or second round, and that doesn't even include Mark Bavaro, who went, of course, to the Giants in the 4th round. And the family tree, well, it's strong for the Kmet family. His uncle, Jeff Scanina, was a defensive tackle for many years. In fact, Jeff Scanina was the guy that John Madden used to introduce the term ankles to us. He didn't have ankles, his calves into his ankles. And his father, Frank, was a defensive end at Purdue from 88 to 91. And this is an athletic guy in Cole Kmet now. He wanted to play for a while, both baseball and football at Notre Dame, before finally settling on football.
I don't think so. What? You crazy? They can always load up on secondary. They can always load up on secondary and defensive line.
Year was the first year as a starter. He was a backup. Alizé Mack last year.
Oh, I'm about to fill on Kmet. Woo, damn.
He comes back against Georgia, and you're talking about a guy in this game set a record for Notre Dame tight ends. 9 catches, 108 yards, 1 touchdown. That's most by an Irish tight end since 1977. He went on to have some really good games against USC, 6 catches, BC, 7 receptions, Stanford, 5 catches. Big kid, 6'5", over 6'6", 260 pounds. He's an inviting target, really good hand. I tell you, you want to see a few body catches, a little bit more hands with him because he does have good hand, good body control. He'll block. There's a work in progress there. They were clearly, in my opinion, slightly ahead of Adam Troutman from Dayton as the best tight end in this draft. And he will be a weapon for whether it's Nick Foles or Mitchell Trubisky. Cole Kmet's going to be asked to do an awful lot in that Chicago Bears offense.
Well, here's what you need to know. The Bears like tight ends. With this selection, the Bears currently have 10 tight ends on their roster. I'm guessing all 10 won't be there when the season starts. Stay with us. We're rolling on.
Domino's, we think you and your oven could use a break. Ours are running at 450 degrees, and your pizza stays untouched from here to your table. Use contactless carryout to get 3-topping pizzas on any of Domino's 5 crusts for just $7.99 each.
You know, you've already got a home team. Willie, Lauren, Steven, Deborah. 300,000 members of a team working hard to keep your home working for you. Because home is what unites us.
I'm searching for info on options trading, and look, it feels like I'm just wasting time.
That's why TD Ameritrade designed the first of its kind personalized education center. Their award-winning content is tailored to fit your investing goals and interests, and it learns with you. So as you become smarter, so do its recommendations.
So it's like my streaming service.
Except now you're binge learning.
For a limited time, get up to $800 when you open and fund an account. Call 866-300-9417 or visit tdameritrade.com/learn.
Now, more than ever, her love keeps you centered. Show her how much she means to you with a gift from the Center of Me collection. Happy Mother's Day from Kay.
My time is thin, but so is my lawn.
It's been worn down to unhealthy price. Now there's Scott's Thicker Lawn, the 3-in-1 solution with a soil improver to strengthen roots, seed to fill in gaps, and fertilizer to feed. The result? Up to a 50% thicker lawn after just one application.
Now your time is our time.
This is a Scott's Yard. Download the Scott's My Lawn app for your personalized plan.
When we first opened our doors, it didn't take us long to realize
We weren't in the car business.
at Lexus, we were in the people business.
We needed to be helpful.
Jerry Jones is fucking his boardroom for the draft is his $250 million yacht.
It's what we all signed up for. And now when people need this most, we will do what we've always
Yeah.
done.
Take care of people first.
The rest will follow.
There's never been a better time for Millionaire because it's an
That ain't good. It's actually fucking terrific. Huh? What just? What did I say? Yeah. There's no way. You're not that far ahead of me, bitch.
Well, we've just
He went to the Saints?
The work the CDC is doing to fight this pandemic.
How?
We all need each other now more than ever. So if you're able to help, please do what you can. Visit NFL.com/relief. There is Grant Delphin.
Damn it. Now we need a corner.
Award winner as the best defensive back in college football, still waiting for his name to be called. Also still on the board, Antoine Winfield Jr., the son of Antoine Winfield Sr., who was the 23rd overall pick by the Buffalo Bills in the 1992 draft. We've seen a couple of safeties go off the board, wondering when we're hear the names of Delphin and Antoine Winfield go off the board as well. And there you see the brainchild of the Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski, the new head coach, Andrew Berry, the vice president and general manager. A lot of Ivy League guys in the front office for the Cleveland Browns. The pick is in right now. Let's find out where Cleveland is going to go with this selection. The dog pound?
With the 44th pick for the 2020 NFL Draft, Cleveland Browns select Grant Delpit.
Yep, Grant Delpit.
LSU.
All right, so Grant Delpit is off the board, and he's finally there. He is going to go to the Cleveland Browns. By the way, this is the second straight year that the Cleveland Browns have taken an LSU defensive back in the second round. They also got corner Greedy Williams last year in the second round. So he's nicknamed Baby Jamal after Jamal Adams, the former LSU and current Jet safety. And of course, he is a Saints fan. Grant Delpit grew up going to Saints games in the Superdome. Back then, he was recognized as the kid who would repeatedly run up and down the ramps. Games fellow Saints fan would tell his father that one day Delpit would be playing in the Superdome. So, Book, what do we think about Grant Delpit here?
Damn, the pick's already in for fucking.
You know, if the draft would have been after the 2018 season, Grant Delpit would have been the first-round pick because there's nothing this young man can't do. You want to put him in the slot, have him cover wide receivers and tight ends, he can do that. You want to put him in the half field as a safety, he can do that. A tackling machine, someone that can blitz. What happened, you come into 2019, there's several tackles.
They could go running back and be stupid.
The tape didn't just look as good as it did.
Hell, they still have Jones and Barber.
I think going to Cleveland, now you got Ward on the outside as a corner, Grant Delpit is a safety. He is a playmaker at the safety position, especially if he's healthy. And he showed you in the national championship game against Clemson his ability male to come down and blitz. He can be that enforcer type as long as he cleans the tackles up.
Well, that's the whole key. What we saw in 2018 was an all-around safety when he was 100%. Problem was this year he had an ankle injury against Auburn in October. Yeah, he wasn't close to 100% against Alabama, Ole Miss. He really struggled in that game against the Ole Miss Rebels on November 16th. So look at Grant Delpit. He didn't have a chance to run that 4.45, 4.48 at the pro day, which would have helped him. So they just had a single when he's healthy. He was a different player. This year with the ankle, he missed so many tackles. He was not flying around being the player he was in 2018. He attributed it all to the ankle. He excused it all the way because of the injury. That's why there was a lot of mixed opinion on Grant Delpit going into the draft. Who would have ever thought Lenore Ryan beat LSU in something? They had the first safety taken over Grant Delpit.
Nice line, Mel. By the way, he admitted he was trying too hard at some point to be perfect. But yeah, some of that absolutely was the injuries as well. Okay, now on the clock, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There you see Bruce Arians still chilling on the back porch. And Jason Light, the general manager. The pick is in. Let's find out where they're going.
With the 45th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Antoine Winfield. Back, Minnesota.
It's strange. We've had 4 safeties go off here in the second round, and they both went in back-to-back picks. The Giants took safety McKinney, and then the Patriots took Kyle Duggar. We just had Cleveland take Grant Delpit, and now Antoine Winfield Jr. is off the board. I could be wrong, but I think they're a little happy about this in the Woodlands, Texas, which is where he's from. Again, Antoine
Sr., first-round pick by Buffalo, 3 Pro Bowls in 14 career.
His father was a first-round pick in 1999 by the Buffalo Bills. You take a little of what we see of Antoine Winfield. Daniel Jeremiah, what do you like? Dad first, by the way. This was his dad. But by the way, when we rebroadcast the game between the Packers and Vikings, when Brett Favre was with the Vikings, he had an interception. So I just want to throw that out. So now, take us to the Sunday.
Well, look, Antoine Winfield, his dad was a stud, who was an outstanding playmaker. You see some of those same things from Antoine Winfield Jr. He plays at the high safety. You'll see the range, the instincts, and the ability to drive on the football.
Oh, Noah.
Dash. He also has the ability to drop down and cover in the nickel and match up man-to-man. But once the ball is up in the air, it is his. He finds a way to attack it.
And he's got no hands.
Finisher. You watch the Fresno State game at
No.
the end of that ball game.
Dude, but if he's not coming down with picks like he should, then that really means you don't have hands.
Vita Vea up the middle, Devin White up the middle, and now you've got Antoine Winfield.
If he's not getting the easy picks that he should be, then he's not good.
What do you think, Lewis?
Well, I'm sorry, man. Look, I'll just tell you this. He's one of my favorite players because of the positional versatility. Look, we've already hit on the fact that he can play free safety, strong safety. He can play the nickel linebacker. He can play the dime linebacker. He can play the star or the money, as they call it down front. And he does have tremendous ball skills. The defensive back coaches down there in Tampa Bay, he has some great ones he's going to learn from. Todd Bowles, Nick Rapone, Kevin Ross. These guys all know how to coach up defensive back play. And this team is born to play the position.
And then you saw, of course, who they took in the first round, Christian Worth. Let's not forget they also happened to pick up, Rob Gronkowski in the pre-draft process. Okay, now it's time for the Denver Broncos and find out where they go.
With the 46th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select KJ Hamler. Wide receiver, Penn State.
KJ Hamler, 1,400 all-purpose yards as a freshman. Broke Barkley's rec. Damn.
Jerry Judy in the first round, and now Lewis.
Yeah, Hamler, Penn State. Yeah,
all he did is break Saquon Barkley's all-purpose yardage mark. This guy is a big play.
5'8", 178 with a.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, him and Jerry Judy together now, look out, AFC West. Now the Denver Broncos have got some speed and they are on the map as far as big playmaking goes. You see it here. Watch him just avoid the second level reroute and then sprint down the middle of the field and catch this touchdown pass. Right in front of the goalpost. The kid has 4.27 speed, and he's not just an inside.
Woo! 4.27 speed? Damn.
And how he just separates. It's just ridiculous. And his run after the catch skills are something to behold. These slot faces, you see him running from the inside position and running to the back byline. He's almost virtually uncoverable on those. And the catch and run, this is where him and Jerry Judy are just going to be a nightmare for the AFC West.
Absolutely. The one thing he's got to work on, his 9 drops in 20.
So they took first 2 rounds, they take 2 receivers.
According to ESPN stats and information. I'm not proud on it.
Hamler, receiver.
John Elway seems happy. As a former cornerback, he has to love the first 2 picks he's gotten in this draft.
4.2 speed, 4.27 speed.
His love of the weapons, Drew Lock is going to have to throw.
Yeah. Elena's are going to pick Jalen Johnson.
Presented by Lowe's.
FX on Hulu, the pure premium brand. Free with every Hulu subscription. Over 40 original series. Over 1,400 episodes. The award-winning collection. And exclusive FX originals.
Maggie.
Only on
Yeah, no. Hey.
FX on Hulu.
Hi. No.
Oh, hey there. Good to see you there. I'm George Kittle, and I'm here to bring you my top tips for the NFL draft. We're going to be covering topics like acceptance speeches, awkward hugs, are sweatpants okay? This is a big moment, but you're in good hands. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the biggest moment of your life. Jordan Bud Light Seltzer and supporting the NFL Draft-a-thon.
George Kittle, why do you have a man bun? Magnum, up there. Hey, get up there. Hey, get over there.
Marc Jacobs at Macy's, the fragrance destination. For now, we're all living a new normal. Businesses are closing. Living rooms are now offices.
The Jets have traded out.
Our world is suddenly different.
The Seahawks will be on the clock.
State Farm is there. To any of our customers currently facing financial burdens, call your State Farm agent because we're here to help make this new normal feel just a little more normal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Where does Dopkins land, though? That'll be a good question. Gurley, there's no way.
Make sure you visit NFLshop.com tonight.
Falcons, then the Seahawks.
Caps, jerseys, and more, all shipped free Also, the NFL is currently providing free complimentary access to NFL Game Pass. Sign up now and you can watch full game broadcasts.
Offensive tackle, maybe?
Seasons, Super Bowl classics, old episodes from shows like Football Life and Hard Knocks, and the All 22 Coaches film, which is always fun. Go to NFL.
Oh, I got my draft hat ordered.
For more information. Glad you're with us. We're almost at the halfway point already for round 2 of the AFL draft in 2020. So we're here to help us with the Falcons pick. American Cancer Society ambassador and Grammy-nominated and multi-platform artist Offset. He's earned me back his grandmother who fought a tough battle with cancer.
What's happening in NFL? It's your boy Offset, and I'm proud to support the NFL Cushy Patch Program and the American Cancer Society in the fight against cancer. Cancer does not discriminate, as we all know. Your age, race, it doesn't matter. And cancer patients and survivors are extremely vulnerable to the COVID-19. So learn more about how you can support and help, visit cancer.org. And now, I'm excited to let you guys know y'all don't see my pick. Yes, sir. My city, Atlanta Falcons, my pick. Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Offset, thank you for all you do in the fight against cancer. We're proud to work alongside the American Cancer Society to make this disease a thing of the past. With the 47th pick,
yo, turn it off.
NFL draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Marlon Davidson, defensive tackle.
Marlon Davidson, defensive end. Damn.
Teamed up with Derek Brown to put together an absolutely impressive defensive line for the Auburn Tigers and Gus Malzahn and Kevin Steele, their defensive coordinator. He had an opportunity to jump and enter the draft last year following his third year as he started, but he decided to come back, and it certainly paid benefits for him. Booger, when you take a look at Marlon Davidson, his weight can be a problem at times. When he's on the right side of about 290, he can be really disruptive off the edge.
Trey, it's only going to be a problem if they leave him at defensive end. 6'3", 300 pounds. He was a defensive end.
6'3", 300. Damn. Oh, the pick's already in for Seattle.
Inside, but when you watch him at defensive end, easily turns his hips, uses his hands well, gets to the quarterback. All traits that are transferable from defensive end down to defensive tackle. I love how physical he plays. Understands leverage, the ability to get off blocks. All traits that you can take from the end position and come inside now. I like this pick. I can't wait to see him rush over the guard in the NFL.
The 12.5 tackles for 7.5 sacks. I mean, he combined for that 1 year, when you talk about the previous 2 seasons, put them together, you wouldn't get that number. So it really came together for Marlon Davidson. After being a 4-year starter, steam versatility he had, you can play an inside or out. Senior Bowl would really helped this kid. And obviously having Derek Brown on that same defensive front helped a guy like Marlon Davidson. But the kind of year he put together in order to become a second-round pick, it had to happen. The production needed to be there. And it was both the strength of tackles for loss and those 7.5 sacks.
There you see Thomas Dimitroff, the Falcons general manager, very happy with the selection there, getting the kind of player that Dan Quinn likes to build his defense off. Dan Quinn obviously very happy as well. They've been trying to get that edge rusher for a while, and there's Arthur Blank, the owner and chairman of the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Also chiming in and happy to see Marlon.
Chucked him like a bitch, bro.
Go to the Atlanta Falcons, and there is Marlon realizing the moment as he finally sunk in.
He made him look like a skid mark, dog.
Checking on the Seattle Seahawks, there's Pete Carroll and the general manager, but the family of general manager John Snyder. Accurate. Let's see where Seattle is going.
The New York Jets have traded the 48th pick to the Seattle Seahawks. With the 48th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Darrell Taylor.
Darrell Taylor.
Tennessee.
All right, he played outside linebacker at Tennessee, had 8.5 sacks as a redshirt senior, and DJ one of the only 3 balls up in a 4-sack game.
Taylor, defensive end from Tennessee.
2018, you see the get off right here, the explosiveness that he has coming off the edge. He's got a nice little stutter bull move where he'll set up tackles that go right through their pads. Just didn't get to see the same guy this year, Booger, because he just wasn't healthy. But I was told this was a potential trade back.
Picks in for the Steelers already.
Seahawks right outside the first round. Instead, they come up in the second round to get their guy.
The defensive line coach I talked to during this process, they all raved about Taylor, and the word they used is juice. This young man has juice off the edge, and he also has a plan. Not many guys come from college to the NFL understanding how to rush the passer with a plan, counter moves. His base move is a long on the power. He understands how to get off. His repertoire will increase in the NFL. But Trey, so far, you can see what the Seattle Seahawks are doing. Lean off the edge, power, love what Taylor does.
So they went linebacker, and now they've got Darrell Taylor, someone that Booger mentioned as one of the most intriguing players in this draft, and that's why John Schneider's getting dapped up from the family. We'll see what happens as we continue. We are halfway through the second round.
Bizarre Cleveland offensive tackle from Boise State. He's pretty good, too.
First up is this exquisite bowl of French onion dip. I'm going to start the bidding at $5. Thank you, sir. Looking for $6. $6 over there. Do I hear $7? $7 in the front. $7 going once, going twice. Salt of the onion.
Well, you know what that slow-ass receiver?
Is lot number 17, a spinach and artichoke, usually served in a hollowed out loaf of sourdough bread.
Don't get mad, get E-Trade and get more than just trading. Investing, banking, guidance.
Do you want CD Lamb now?
I do get H. Like A, B, and C. Families can still keep their distance together.
He must really hate that fucking wide receiver.
Let's watch a cooking show. Cooking show? Cooking shows. Cooking shows? Like the Great British Baking Show. Cooking shows.
Introducing AT&T TV. Drive with easy self-setup. Shipped directly to you.
Like leather, skin is stronger when it's hydrated, but 9 out of 10 men don't get the hydration their skin needs. That's why Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash has a unique hydrating formula to keep men's skin healthier and stronger.
It's a touchdown.
Sam does a good job getting the ball out there, making a play for a touchdown. That's why he's stepping in.
You are not here. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. I will send out an army and find you in the middle of the darkness. I will never stop watching, read you in the middle of the heart. Fight is true. I will rescue you.
Months free.
Welcome back. We are halfway through the second round of the 2020 NFL Draft. Still waiting for when Jalen Hurts, the Oklahoma quarterback, of course the Alabama quarterback before that, will wait to hear his name called. The Steelers are on the clock. There you see head coach Mike Tomlin and Kevin Colbert, vice president and general manager, going through some things. And the new playoff format, the Steelers would have been the 7th seed in the AFC last year, despite all their quarterback issues. But the pick is in. Let's find out where Pittsburgh is going. Come on, let's go.
With the 49th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, Pittsburgh Steelers select Chase Claypool, wide receiver.
Damn.
Notre Dame.
Claypool.
All right, Chase Claypool went from Abbotsford, British Columbia to South Bend, and now he's going to the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela. Chase Claypool had a really, really strong combine, but he grew up in Abbotsford, British Columbia, so he threw up his film on Facebook, something he did for fun, and then all of a sudden, he got a ton of offers. And again, what's impressive about that 40 time? is how big he is. 6'4", 238 pounds. Only Calvin Johnson ran faster at that size. So here's what we're talking about. Chase Claypool from Abbotsford, British Columbia, and then went to Vancouver and far away from Seattle. That's how far away it is. Michael, what do we think? We're starting with his high school football here, and this is some of the stuff that we saw and talked about when Chase was putting it up from Abbotsford Senior Secondary School. I think we all recall the fond days of Abbotsford Senior Secondary School in British Columbia, but he wasn't really getting any attention. So he decided to throw some up on Facebook, and Michael, it got people's attention, and now he's drafted by the Steelers.
Yeah, and what a great pickup with Ben Roethlisberger coming back to expand on that receiving group that they have right there. And we talked about this all day, Trey. I mean, these are big guys that can run. You talked about that 4-4-2.
Hey, damn, dude, Dallas's pick came out fucking quick.
Right there. 13 touchdowns last season for Notre Dame. The most is Will Fuller at 14.
Nobody yet.
2015. This man is a touchdown machine that will do well with Ben Roethlisberger and that receiving group.
Kurt, what do we think about this weapon for Ben Roethlisberger?
Well, I love it. When you look at this team, I mean, they're built in, around so many different things. They're good up front on defense. They've got the secondary. They've got the offensive line. And so I love that they added Mr. Winston on the outside. Some good young receivers to build around Juju Smith-Schuster. Big Ben's going to be happy. He gets healthy. I like what Pittsburgh is at.
All right. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, let's go back to Commissioner Roger Goodell.
With the 50th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, Chicago
Bears are.
Jalen Johnson.
Whoa. Jalen Johnson, cornerback. Fuck.
Jalen Johnson is now on the board, and he was a very interesting.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson.
Found out after the season he played the entire year at UCLA.
I hope they pick AJ.
He had a tackling drill that went awry in camp early on, but he stayed and decided to play through the entire.
We need to replace what we lost from Quinn.
But he was a second-team All-American despite playing with that torn right leg for the entire year.
That's the thing, the shoulder injuries, and I think that's the durability with Jalen Johnson. He's a guy who that quarterback position. We thought about maybe the Minnesota Vikings at some point would like Jalen Johnson with that 6-foot corner with that length to handle those physical wide receivers in the NFL.
Come on, Dallas, please don't fuck this up.
I like Jalen Johnson. I hope he can stay healthy, DJ. Coming back from that shoulder plate drill to show this toughness. He has had those injuries at Utah. As he on the field, he's an impressive quarterback.
Yeah, I thought he was the third best quarterback in this draft class. Now, I think if he didn't have the shoulder issue, he'd be long gone by this point in time. So for Ryan Pace to be able to do what he's done in this draft, get Cole Kmet and back it up with getting a big-time corner like Jalen Johnson. No first-round pick for the Bears, but I think you can make an argument they got 2 first-round players.
And there you see the reaction all the way around in Fresno, California, as he puts the Bears cap on. Jalen Johnson is now going to be a part of that defense that now has a lot of weapons on it for the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, as we continue through
we better fucking not.
Let's go back one more time to Commissioner Roger Goodell.
As the Dallas Cowboys are on the clock, all of us in the National Football League extend our sincere condolences to Dak Prescott, whose brother Jace passed away yesterday. Dak, our thoughts are with you and your family.
Some of my best memories growing up were cooking with Mom. She always said, food is love. So when she moved in with us, a new kitchen became part of our financial plan. I want to make the most of every meal we have together.
AJ Espinoza or a corner. That's all I need right now. Yeah, Dak's older brother passed away yesterday at 31.
Chito, burrito, raw people.
No.
French fries, ice shots, hot dogs, bake pies, that taco pack,
Yeah, it does.
baby back, corn chop, soda pop, kebab, sour top, hot blast, noodle soup, cantaloupe, ice cream soup, cream soup, dumpling, chicken and cheese.
All right. So I'm just gonna say this right now. If Dak does great this year, I'll say I'll bite the bullet and say fine, give him the money.
With our express exam, you can easily renew your prescription online. Order your contacts now and get fast free shipping plus our best price guarantee. Contacts.
We may not be able to gather together, but we can grill together. Oscar Mayer invites you to take your backyard cookouts to the front. On May 2nd, join us for the Oscar Mayer Front Yard Cookout. Enjoy sharing a meal together, but safely apart, while we share 1 million meals with Feeding America. And every time you use the hashtag Front Yard Cookout, Oscar Mayer will donate an additional meal, up to 1 million more, through the month of May. Let's head out front and give back.
Wouldn't it be nice to eat with some of your old friends, like the Chalupa Supreme, beefy 5-layer burrito, and more? Order ahead and get your $5 Chalupa Cravings box at Taco Bell's contactless drive-thru.
Hey, can I hold on 1 second? Sure.
Okay. Oh, yay! Safe driver, save 40%. Guys, check it out. Safe driver, save 40%. Safe driver, save 40%. Safe driver, save 40%. That's Safe Driver Save 40%.
It is. That's Safe Driver Save 40%.
It's right there.
It's him. He's here.
It's right here.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey. That's totally him. That's totally the guy.
Safe drivers do save 40%. Click or call for a quote today.
Shall we begin?
Man, this world.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up. It's not just when you watch
Blessings and prayers to everyone as we're all affected by this virus. And I want to send a special shout out to all the frontline workers.
To everyone, I want to say stay healthy, stay inside. I want to say thank you to all the doctors and nurses, all the healthcare workers. You know, you got the balance thing for us, and we really appreciate you guys. So, for myself, I want to give love to everyone. Love you guys. Take care.
Round 2 of the draft continues. Mel, give us your best available still out there.
Pure running back J.K. Dobbins. He is fierce. Zach Vaughn has versatility at linebacker. Denzel Mims coming to that Baylor offense. Needs to transition to the pro level. May take a little bit of time for him, but he is gifted. He is a freak from a physical and athletic standpoint. Josh Jones, I thought, had a solid year at Houston, worthy of being in
Don't know yet.
as a late first, early second. I really like Justin Madubuike from Texas A&M. He collapses that interior. That's what today's game's all about. Not stay at home. Let's get into that backfield and wreak havoc.
Where?
Justin Madubuike is going to be a really good pick. I thought he was worthy.
Really?
Maybe a pick between 25 and 40.
Not bad.
On the board. Now we're getting toward the later portion of round 2.
And there, Mel, you see A.J. Epinesa, the Iowa defensive end, one of the 5-star recruits that has been there for a while, had been there in a long time. His family had connection to Iowa. We'll see when he comes off the board. Meanwhile, we talk a lot about Cliff Kingsbury's crib and where he was saying Jerry Jones is spending his time on his $250 million luxury yacht. And that's a pretty good flex for a lot of people. And there's the chair that represents Mike McCarthy, where he would be if he was
Not really.
in the chair. But the pick is in. Let's go to the commissioner.
With the 51st pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Trayvon Diggs.
Yes! Yes! Cornerback.
The Cowboys thought they might
Yes!
in the first round. Instead, CeeDee Lamb fell to
Yeah, Trayvon.
Trayvon Diggs, the younger brother of Stephon Diggs, is going to be a member of the Dallas Cowboys. By the way, the first ever NFL game Trayvon Diggs went to, it was the Minneapolis Miracle game, in which his older brother Stephon.
Yes, Stephon Diggs, yeah. Yeah, Bills, yep.
As time expired, as the Vikings went on to beat the Saints in that game. And in fact, 2 years ago, and if you're going to go to one, this is kind of bad because because what's going to live up to that for your next NFL game? But he was so happy to see his big brother do that. Of course, now he's with the Bills. So, Louis, what are we thinking about Trevon Diggs here?
Yeah, right. Oh my God, what a pass deflection!
6'1", 205, easy fluid hits, and has the deep speed to go ahead and get on his horse and cover the deep routes. He's a guy who's a tremendous impressive.
Oh my God, what a pick, dude!
Jam the wide receiver and got his face to the sideline on the slot fake and can make the pick. He can do all the.
Oh, what a snap! Oh my goodness! Ooh, let's go! No, if we could just pick up a center, that'd be great.
Consistently over and over. He's been schooled by the very best in Nick Saban. They know how to get corners ready to play in the NFL. And DJ, this guy should be a good player if he can hit his potential.
What, that third film that they showed?
Ability and ball skills. And when I watched him, Louis, I saw Keith Talib.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah. Good shit, Jerry Jones. I like that pick for sure.
Like a wide receiver, as a former wide receiver. Tremendous talent there that I thought had a chance to get into the first round.
Good pick, good pick.
A nice pick there for the Dallas Cowboys, pairing up with CeeDee Lamb. Good start for Jerry Jones and company.
Clearly an athletic family. Of course, his brother Marshawn was a DB at UAB and was a member of the XFL's Los Angeles Wildcats this past season. Meanwhile, the Rams pick is in. There's Sean McVay and GM Les Snead. Let's go to the commissioner.
Who the Rams taking? Espinoza.
One of the things we're truly looking forward to in our 101st season is the opening of a state-of-the-art facility in Los Angeles. It will be home to the Los Angeles Chargers and the Los Angeles Rams. And this next Rams player will call SoFi Stadium home.
Dude, the Chargers and the Rams are playing in the same damn stadium. Fuck off.
The Los Angeles Rams select
Yes.
Cam Akers.
Cam Akers.
Florida State.
What? Oh, to replace Gurley.
You're getting someone who's on a very short list of things that have been accomplished at Florida State as a running back.
Wait. Atlanta fucking. We just talked about Atlanta saying about they just paid him.
The other two, Warwick Dunn and Dalvin Cook. So if that's the trajectory for Cam Akers, the Rams will take it now.
Number one running back in the entire nation coming out of high school. Everybody wanted an LSU.
No, I think Baltimore. Philly might. I would laugh my dick off if they took Jake Form right here.
But if you look at it, he had to earn every inch of that real estate. Who can make defenders miss. Great tackle. I love the way he lowers his shoulder. One contact. Needs to be a little bit more short-handed as a receiver out of the backfield. They show he can do that with more reps. I think you look at Cam Akers as a runner. He's got that knack for finding areas when there's nothing there. You see it there, the vision. Lewis, as a pure runner, Cam Akers, when he got help from that offensive line at Florida State, he was a dynamic performer.
Jack Bond?
Now, this is a guy at 5'10", 217 pounds, runs with an attitude, tremendous lower body strength and development, a guy who will break through arm tackles, a guy who will run in Sean McVay's zone scheme as well as you could possibly have a running back run, and he will set the tone. He'll run with an attitude. His production will increase in the passing game. He'll develop that part of it. But this guy sets a tone. This guy has an attitude. This is the kind of guy I'm sure Sean McVay is excited to get into that offense.
Yeah.
That high-powered offense out there in LA.
And it absolutely fills the need for the Rams as they try and rebolster that running game again as they moved off the top early. We've got one of 11 or 12 former number one picks on the offensive side of the ball for the Falcons. Meanwhile, the pick is in for the Philadelphia Eagles.
With the 53rd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Interesting, ladies and
gentlemen.
No! Hurts is going to Doug Peterson.
Eagles just took Hurts.
And there are a million ways this can go. Jalen Hurts has drilled with two completely different quarterbacks. As a freshman, he was the SEC Freshman of the Year at Alabama in 2016, although they lost in that national championship game to Deshaun Watson and Clemson. 2017, he was benched at halftime of the college football national championship game And then Tua Tagovailoa came on and led Alabama to an overtime win over Georgia. And then he backed up and led Bama to the SEC title after replacing an injured Tua Tagovailoa against Georgia in that SEC game.
Carson's on the clock now.
And was a completely different quarterback.
No.
Only 8 interceptions.
Carson Wentz is on his fucking get the fuck out of Philly clock.
You're exactly right, Trey. I mean, you got your $100 million a year in Carson Wentz, but when you look at this guy in Jalen Hurts, he's a winner. You talked about it. No matter where he's been, no matter what you ask him to do, he just finds ways to win. And to me, when I look at a guy in the NFL and I say, who does he remind me of? He reminds me of a guy like Russell Wilson. May not be the most polished passer right now, growing in that area, but he can make plays, he can buy time, he can do it with his legs, he can do it with his arm, make a big play.
Well, not only that,
time out of the pocket.
when you break it brown, it's you get a higher chance to re-break it.
Do they put in a package for him so they can get Carson Wentz off the field? Maybe a run package for him, but it's going to be fascinating to see how they use these two guys, DJ.
Yeah, you got a very creative play caller there in Doug Peterson, and you want to use that quarterback run game, but we've seen with Carson Wentz, you just don't know if he's going to be able to hold up.
No, the pick's in on our screens.
Put some packages together with Jalen Hurts, particularly when you get down there in the red zone. I think you can get him on the field early, but more than anything else, this is ensuring.
Why? They have Singletary.
The Eagles have always invested heavily in the backup quarterback position. This time, Lewis,
Because they're greedy punks.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, look, Jalen Hurts is someone who right now should be thanking his lucky stars that he goes to get coached by a guy like Doug Peterson. I've said all along, many, many times, that quarterback development and quarterback success a lot of times is predicated as much on where you go and who you're surrounded with as it is on your own work ethic and your own ability and talent. Going to Philadelphia, coming behind Carson Wentz, being coached by Doug Peterson, you couldn't ask for anything better. I think this is a tremendous opportunity for both the organization and the player, Mel. No question. I think when you look at Jalen Hurts, 43 career rushing touchdowns, those packages that Dave talked about, Lamar Jackson, what he's been able to do. He was package quarterback for Joe Flacco when he was a rookie, so he took over late in that season. You look at a guy like Carson Wentz with the injury.
By November,
and Jalen Hurts
Hearns will be starting.
He's a great teammate. He's going to work with Wentz. He's going to be happy in that role. He did it in Alabama with Tua. You got a guy who's a tremendous.
Hasn't got injured in his fucking college career, it didn't look like.
Eagles, and particularly Carson Wentz, and a guy who will give you the opportunity with that athleticism that's like 43.
Knows how to fucking protect the ball.
You can get him on the field right away as a rookie, even with Carson Wentz as your starting quarterback.
Yeah, I truly understand all the intangibles and everything that everyone is saying about Jalen Hurts, and I have the utmost respect for Howie Roseman and Doug Peterson, especially as a play caller. But this is just a weird pick for a team that's lacking offensive help at the wide receiver position. They still could use another DB or two.
Yeah, no, they need Fat Boy.
Draft a quarterback who at best I think is a developmental project, put it behind Carson Wentz. Interesting pick here for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, both they did get Jalen Reagor, the wide receiver, out of TCU.
They were getting their shit blowed up too, and their off the edge splits, bro. They were getting tore up.
Taysom Hill type plays for what we can do here, because he is
38-4 as a starter for Jalen, and a runner-up for the Heisman.
But he was a high school power lifter. He maxed out at Oklahoma's Power Day at 585 pounds in squats. So when you're looking, Lewis, real quickly, when you're looking at this and the ways that he can be used, I think with a creative play caller, you could find really dynamic plays out of him this season.
Yeah, you absolutely could. Just think about what New Orleans does with Taysom Hill. You can do some of the same types of things. You can bring him in and have him be a dual run pass threat and just take Carson Wentz off the field or leave Carson Wentz on the field. I'm sure Doug has thought about all that. I'm sure this is something that's been well thought out. And again, I think this is definitely a win for the player in particular. You can argue with whether or not this is the best move for the team, but for the player, it's a slam dunk for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I totally agree. We just saw that shot of Doug Peterson there. He was almost giddy. He was giggling how happy he was that Jalen Hurts is there. Meanwhile, Buffalo, welcome to your participation in the 2020 draft. You gave up that first-round pick to get wide receiver Stephon Diggs out of Minnesota. And now you have your first pick of the draft. Let's go back to Commissioner Goodell. Come on, Bills fans, let's go.
With the 54th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft,
AJ Espinoza.
Buffalo Bills select AJ Epinesa, defensive end.
I knew it. That was a complete guess. Espinoza just went to the Bills.
Already going to be a very, very good defense.
Oh my God, that was a complete guess.
One of the first 5-star recruits to go to Iowa for a while and sat for a while. He's from Glen Carvin, Illinois. As I said, the first 5-star recruit there since 2005. But this is a very, very athletic family we're talking about. His father, Epinesa, or actually his real name was Epinesa. Hayden Fry used to nickname him Repeat. His mother, Stephanie, played softball and volleyball at Iowa Wesleyan. Sister Sam played volleyball at Purdue from 2012 to 2015. Brother Eric also committed to playing football at Iowa. He's going there. And brother Yusei is 13 years old and plays basketball. And of course, AJ Epinesa also did discus. So we're talking about a guy who did a little bit of everything, but he waited his turn to get on
6'5", 275. Oh my goodness.
This year, he produced, and this is him in Illinois as a high schooler competing and becoming the Illinois discus champion. AJ Epinesa,
at this point, you would rather have anybody than that.
Booker, what do we think of this pick?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting pick because you're looking at a defensive end. I think he's more of a left defensive end, someone that can play over the tight end, and then when you go to your NASCAR package, you can kick him down inside. Iowa played him at the right end. The hips are not as fluid as you would like for a speed rusher coming from the right side.
He broke that dude's wrist. In that first film, he broke that dude's wrist.
Defensive tackle, also play over the tight end. Good, solid kid. He'll play for 10 years. May never be a double-digit sack guy, but he'll be a very, very productive defensive lineman, Val.
Strong hands, brings that edge pressure and inside pressure, Boog. I think that's his ability. Drive that offensive tackle into the quarterback. He did a great job against Austin Jackson, who went in the
I was getting picked by the Bills, dude.
The left tackle at USC. Dominated against Minnesota this year with 2.5 sacks.
It's going to be Bills and Dolphins division.
But overall, because of that versatility, to be able to move him inside the defensive tackle in those pass rush situations, get him up against that center guard, he can be a factor. They went for Ed Oliver coming out of Houston, and now AJ Epinesa. The Bills building up that defensive front the last 2 years in the NFL draft.
Had 2.5 sacks and was the defensive MVP in the Holiday Bowl win over USC. Had 11.5 sacks, making the first Iowa player with double-digit sacks in consecutive seasons. The Epinesas are celebrating yet another athletic achievement in a family that is full of them. Stay with us.
NFL Draft, presented by Lowe's.
Dobkins. Sorry, I don't like to do that, but that when it's
My time has been, but so is my lock.
Picker Lawn 3-in-1 solution for the soil improver. Seed.
I'm sorry, with who?
Now your time is our time.
Can you say that name one more time for me so I can feel better about myself?
You're dead. You know I'm dead.
Now that you're dead, because I'm your dead son. If I was your dad, would I be able to do this? Uh-oh. Come on. You want the real deal?
No, you're being a butthole.
State Farm is there.
Let's raise a cup to the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online, to the ones who suit up and never let us down. From all of us at Dunkin' to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
We can never do what they do, but what we can do is be a partner that never quits. Verizon is the most reliable network in America, built for interoperability and puts first responders first, giving their calls priority 24/7. We do what we do best, so they can too.
You've been invited to a super owl party.
Hey, you guys made it!
How come I never see you guys during the regular season? It's like they're vampires or something.
You're all such strong women. How did you end up married to such boiled potatoes?
When a human pigs are made, the mate keeps changing and aging. So sad. There are times when our need to connect really matters. To keep customers and employees in the know. To keep business moving. Comcast Business is prepared for times like these. Powered by the nation's largest gig speed network to help give you the speed, reliability, and security you need. Tools to manage your business from any device, anywhere, and a team of experts here for you 24/7. We've always believed in the power of working together. That's why when every connection counts, you can count on us.
10 years ago, I had an undiagnosed heart condition, and erectile dysfunction was actually the first sign that something was wrong.
Luckily, I'm a doctor, an expert in sexual health, and Zach's that.
Not everyone has a doctor in the house, and some health conditions can be really tough to talk about. We started Roman to change that.
Now you can go online and chat with a physician.
And if treatment is right for you, we'll ship genuine medication right to your door. If you're experiencing ED, hair loss, cold sores, or other issues, let's take care of it.
Tell me now.
Welcome back. Glad you're with us here on day 2, round 2 of the draft. And Microsoft Teams is proud to play an important role in the 2020 NFL Draft. Microsoft Teams, the official collaboration platform of the NFL. And as you can see, with all the coaches and GMs and owners in their own separate locations, we need a lot of collaboration. There are wires everywhere. Why can't I find this wire? What's gone wrong? We're trying to figure out what happens. We understand these things can get a little messy at times. Meanwhile, the next pick is in for the Baltimore Ravens. Let's find out what the Ravens are going to do when very defensive heavy in free agency. Let's go to the commission.
With the 55th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select J.K. Dobbins, running back, Ohio State.
Well, we'll wait a few seconds to see if this gets the official junior seal of approval, but it should. J.K. Dobbins is the first Buckeye back in school history to rush for 1,000 or more yards as a freshman, sophomore, and junior. Also became the first running back ever in school history to rush for 2,000 yards or more in a single season. And the only Ohio State running back with more rushing yards than J.K. Dobbins in the annals of Buckeye history, Mel, is Archie Griffin. This one better get your Mel Kiper seal of approval.
It does. People they call line-up wide receiver, defensive line, interior of the offensive line. Well, J.K. Dobbins is a big-time running back. You have Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, and Justice Hill. Now you got a guy who could be special running the football. I've always said he runs fierce. He's got that low center of gravity, really strong legs. He can break the long gainer. This is a kid who gets the best defenses, against 6 defenses that were ranked in the top 13 against the run at the time of the game against Ohio State. In those games, J.K. Dobbins averaged 105 yards per game, 6.5 yards a carry with a 11 touchdown. He's not a great receiver out of the backfield. He had a couple drops. He's improving ball security.
It's not a pill popper.
Great, but as a runner, DJ, as a pure running back, he was fun to watch.
No doubt, Mel, and he just runs low to the ground. He's got tremendous balance. Everybody points to those 2 drops twice a game, but actually, when you watch him throughout the year, I was okay with his hands. I think he'll be able to be more involved in the passing game. This Ravens team with Mark Ingram as a 30-year-old running back, they want to run the football. They do it better than anybody else.
No, they're taking that D tackle from Texas A&M.
Who was absolutely a workhorse, and he will be a workhorse for Baltimore as well. But Ryan Day would run this young man over and over and over again on those inside and outside zones, and he wouldn't quit. There were some times where you would think they can't give him the ball again, and they would give it to him and beat him again, Booger. So he is tailor-made as far as work ethic is concerned for what he's going to face in the NFL.
Without a doubt, you just have to love Baltimore and how they're committed to a certain style. They're going to come downhill. You add him with Mark Ingram. I just love the plan that Harbaugh and DeCosta have up there in Baltimore. They're committed to it, and they draft another guy that fits right in. And he'll be very productive in their scheme.
Well, Boog, what you're talking about, what they're committed to, they set the record for the most rushing yards in a single season in NFL history. So to Mel's point, if he was just fun to watch as a running back, He's going to the right team because they are going to pound the rock in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson under center. That's what John Harbaugh wants to do with that unique talent, the reigning NFL MVP at quarterback under center. So it is J.K. Dobbins going to Eric DeCosta, the general manager for the Ravens, and John Harbaugh, the head coach. That means the very, very active in this draft Miami Dolphins are back on the board. They went Robert Hunt, another offensive lineman.
Ooh, like what running back though?
Where will Brian Flores and Chris Weir go now?
With the 56th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft,
Running back.
the Miami Dolphins
Running
select
back.
Raekwon Davis, defensive tackle.
Oh, they took a DT. Raekwon Davis.
Was a very, very
Yep.
productive player, Booger, at Alabama. What is
6'6", 311. Oh my goodness.
the Nick Saban system?
Trey, they're getting a long, powerful player. When you look at the 3-4 scheme that he played at Alabama, he can play what I call that 4-out, which is right inside.
Rokon Davis. Now you got Rokon McMillan and Rokon Davis.
Pass rush ability from a power rush standpoint, some lateral quickness, but I just love the power that he plays with, understanding good leverage. Nick Saban.
You want this for the rest of your life? Yes. Follow me. You're gonna take Miami to the potential promised land. You're gonna go eat people. Rams are taking a quarterback. They're taking Jake Fromm right here. Maybe if I say it enough times, Dallas will draft him.
Like Miami, it'll be a good run stopper, but the pass rush is something you've got to improve and develop.
Yeah, absolutely, Mel. In 2017, he had 8.5 sacks and 10.5 tackles for loss. In his final 2 seasons, just 2 sacks and 8.5 tackles for losses. We'll see what happens. The draft continues after this.
We've always tried to be there when you and your home have needed us most. Working together to keep your home working. It's just what we do. What we've always done. What we'll continue to do. Because home is what unites us. Service isn't just a department. It's a voice on the other end of the phone. A note to say you're on our mind.
End this stream.
A willingness to come.
The world and how we interact with each other is changing, but that will never change who we are at Lexus.